guys, and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video I'm going to talk about how my skincare has changed and evolved over the past year or so, I want to say, because this year last time was probably the most difficult time of 2020 that we had because of the lockdown and because things just went absolutely crazy. But because of that, I feel like there was so much more focus on skincare because you had like absolutely the whole day and you had so much time to like really focus on taking care of those things. And also because maskne became very prominent in the lockdown and because of corona, because we were all wearing masks, and the breakout situation around the jawline and where you tend to wear a mask, because of that also people really got into skincare. And just overall in general, even though 2020 was not the best year for people, but 2020 was a very big year for skincare, I feel like, in the skincare beauty community. And I feel like I have also learned a lot, and I'm always constantly learning so much about skincare. But yeah, I have like 8 9 things that I want to talk about, which I feel like I have learned about skincare over this whole course of time. So that's what this video is going to be about. So in case you're interested in know, then please keep on watching. And yeah, let's jump right into it. Before that, just a quick little reminder, please make sure you subscribe to my channel because it would mean the absolute world to me. If you haven't subscribed already, please make sure you do that, and also click on the bell which is next to the subscribe button, because that way you'll get to know every single time I post a new video. But now let's quickly jump. Okay, so the first kind of change that I made in, I would say, the last quarter of 2020, and I've been more mindful about that ever since, and that is to basically switch to more fragrance free skincare. Now I feel like there is a big controversy, and I don't know for how long it's going to exist and if it's ever going to come like to a conclusion. But I do want to preface this by saying, before I talk about it, that fragrance in skincare is not the worst thing ever, but you also need to think about, is it necessary, and if it is causing inflammation, irritation, or if you can just avoid it, then why have it? You know what I mean? Because yes, skincare, when it smells good, it's a very pleasant experience to use, and skincare is self-care. But I have personally noticed that when I kind of not eliminate fragrance but reduce the number of products in my routine that have fragrance in them, it does help in kind of the inflammation. And more than inflammation, I would just say it's redness. When you have more acne prone skin and when you have a lot of marks on your cheeks, you feel like, oh, this redness is because of those marks. But what I've noticed is that when I use products with less fragrance in them, or when I use less products with fragrance in them, my skin tends to look less red, and the acne marks and the spots and all of that, they look less noticeable, less visible. So that is personally the difference that I have noticed with using fragrance free products in my routine, and that is definitely something that Hyram has kind of inspired me to make a change in that particular aspect. So yeah, that's the first thing that I've learned. The second thing is the importance of niacinamide. Again, this is one of the things that Hyram has kind of like ingrained into me, and since I have started using more niacinamide, or either not more niacinamide, but regularly incorporating niacinamide in my skincare routine in some way, shape, or form, I feel like my skin is less oily. I now feel like my skin is more normal rather than more combination oily, and I feel like that is all thanks to niacinamide. So yeah, niacinamide is my new BFF. I also feel like the appearance of my pores, like you cannot completely make your pores look invisible, like that's not a thing. It's something that is just not possible. But when your skin, or rather when your sebaceous glands are producing less oil, if your pores are not filled and like clogged up with oil, your pores are obviously going to look less visible, and if there is more oil in your pores, it's going to look more noticeable. Like that's how it works. So yeah, when you use niacinamide, your pores end up also looking a little bit more smaller, which is like kind of like the cherry on the cake. So yeah, niacinamide is an absolute go-to, and it's my new BFF. It's one of my new favorite ingredients. Moving on, next, this is one, I want to say either it was Susan Yara or Cassandra Bankson, or it might be someone else, but I'm pretty sure it was one of those two people. But they kind of taught me, and I specifically remember seeing this in a video where someone mentioned that how if you use an AHA BHA face wash before you put on vitamin C on your skin. It can be really beneficial, and that's how I've started using AHA. And like earlier, I was someone who used AHA BHA face washes in the evening, but now I've actually started using it in the morning because I tend to also use my vitamin C in the morning. So in the shower, when I'm washing my face, I will use an AHA BHA cleanser, and then I will use my vitamin C followed with my moisturizer and sunscreen. And talking about sunscreen, that is the next thing that I've learned, is a lot about how you should be reapplying your sunscreen, what SPF rating means, what PA rating means. All of those things is also something that I've learned. Overall, I will say that personally, even though SPF reapplication is important, I feel like if I'm using a product with an SPF 50 or an SPF 60, it's something that I can get away with not reapplying. And I don't want to say this and discourage anyone else. If you are already reapplying your sunscreen every 2 to 3 hours, no matter what the SPF rating is, and please continue doing that if you can do that. But for me personally, if I'm wearing makeup, like in my normal regular life, I do wear some sort of minimal amount of makeup on a daily basis. And if I'm out or if I'm in college or something like that, then it is not really possible to reapply SPF. And I feel like I can get away with that. My skin doesn't get like super burnt, like sunburnt, or I don't tan or like any of that stuff. So yeah, I feel like it works for me. But if you are able to do that, or if you're using a lower amount of SPF, like if you're using an SPF 20, SPF 30, you definitely need to reapply your SPF eventually throughout the day. So yeah, that was that. Moving on, next, retinol. Now, I feel like when it comes to active ingredients, every other active ingredient that I use, I feel like I am well versed with most of them, at least the ones that have been in the market for a long time. Like, of course, there are new active ingredients, like there is alpha arbutin, which I've kind of explored a little bit. Then there is tranexamic acid, there is azelaic acid, and those are ones that I want to try out. But retinol is something that it's been there for a long time. But there was always this kind of, not myth, but people always said that okay, you should start using retinol only after like you're about 25, like 25 plus, because it is a more anti-aging ingredient. And I remember someone also asking me once for a retinol recommendation, and I was like, I am 2021, like I'm not supposed to be using retinol at this age, so I haven't used it. I have not experienced using it, so I can't tell you. But then I eventually realized that no, retinol, like I've seen so many people talk about this, that retinol was first introduced in the market as an anti-acne treatment medication kind of a product. So that is how retinol was introduced, and then people saw benefits, like also like anti-wrinkle benefits, anti-aging benefits, and that's how people, like then the scientists and dermatologists like realized and researched about it and found out that retinol can be also great for anti-aging. But I feel so, and because you guys know that I do have acne prone skin, I've suffered from acne and breakouts ever since I was like 13, 14. So I feel like at this point I should have definitely tried retinol, but I haven't. And I feel like that is something that I want to explore. I want to also experiment and kind of try out that ingredient in products. But I also do feel like there aren't a lot of really good retinol products in the Indian market. So if you have recommendations, please leave them down below in the comment section. I would love to try them out. There is one that I currently have. It's not for me. I bought it for my mom, actually, the minimalist retinoid. So I don't know if I will probably try maybe a little bit of that out and see. But yeah, if you definitely have more retinol product recommendations, leave down below in the comment section. That is an ingredient I want to explore in 2021. Hopefully, let's see. But yeah, that is another thing that I learned, that retinol is not just meant for anti-aging, and everyone at every age can use it, and especially the younger crowd can use it if they have acne prone skin. So yeah, that was that. The other thing is that I felt like, I mean, this is something that teenage Harshita would really do, is that she would wash her face multiple times throughout the day because of how oily my skin was. But eventually, over the years, I've realized that just washing your face 2 times a day is enough. And I know some people don't even like in 2020, I feel like not washing your face in the morning also kind of became a thing. And for a very brief period in the end of 2020, I did try it out for myself, and it failed miserably. Miserably. So for me personally, I feel like washing my face once in the morning and once at night is my sweet spot, and I feel like that is what is necessary for my skin. But there was also a time where I was washing my face like, I think it was mid 2020, where I was washing my face like 3 times. So I would wash it in the morning, I would work out in the evening, I want to say like around 4 or 5 o'clock, and then I would wash my face, put on moisturizer, and then I would wash my face at night again before I did my morning skincare routine. Now what I tend to do is, I first of all, I work out in the morning. I feel like I've heard from a lot of people that working out in the morning is better. So I wake up in the morning, I first do my workout, then I jump into the shower, so I wash my face, and then the rest of the day I just let my skin be. I absolutely do not wash it at all. And then I will wash my face either right before I go to bed, or if I'm going to step out of the house, I definitely make sure that once I'm back home, like say around, if it's 6 7 or something like that, I definitely take a shower, because hey, I mean, we still have to take care of hygiene. And in 2020, I definitely made sure that no matter what season, I was definitely taking a shower 2 times a day, specifically if I'm stepping out of the house. So yeah, if I take a shower anywhere between 7 p.m. to like 9 9:30 p.m, I will wash my face then, obviously in the shower. And then that's the second time I wash my face, and then I will just do my nighttime skincare routine, even if it's a little bit early, and then just not wash my face at all, and just go to bed. Like, that's it. So yeah, definitely washing my face only twice a day has definitely been a game changer. And I feel like, along with niacinamide and other ingredients I've used in my skincare routine, it's really helped with my skin and like my skin type, and me not having dehydrated skin. And I feel like in turn all of that has also helped a little bit with breakouts. So yeah, that was that. Moving on, next is the whole skin minimalism, or like using less products in your skincare routine, whatever you want to call it. Not having too many products, not having a 10-step skincare routine, or even maybe sometimes 5 steps. Like, just use the products that you absolutely freakingly need, and then avoid all the other products. I feel like it really helps with not being a crazy ass consumer who is shopping and spending crazy amount of money. It's also really helpful for the skin, because you're only using products that are necessary and not just piling and piling on products on your face. It's also helping with saving time also sometimes, honestly. If I am crazy exhausted, I don't want to have a 5-step nighttime skincare routine. I just want to wash my face, put on a moisturizer, and just fall into bed. Similarly, in the morning, if I'm like, you know, I'm hurrying because I'm getting late to go somewhere, again, just a simple cleanser, moisturizer, sunscreen routine is enough. And for me, definitely serums, I feel like, are very important. So I'll probably add that step as well. But yeah, just making sure that you only use the products that you absolutely freakingly need, and not add extra products like essences and emulsions and god knows what not, sleeping masks, all of that. It's just unnecessary. I mean, yeah, it's unnecessary. It's not bad, but it's not essential either. So yeah, that was that. And then moving on to the last point, and this is definitely one that I feel like, for the other steps, I didn't always mention who taught me what, because I feel like a lot of these things, every other skin, I mean, like when I talk about like skincare YouTubers, or like the big names, Susan Yara, Hiram, Cassandra Bankson, I feel like Leah Yu, these are like my top people who I watch, and pretty much all of them say this. Maybe one might not, but like most of them say these things. So that's why for every single point I didn't mention who said this or who taught me, because I feel like all of them have collectively taught me this. But the last one I'm going to mention is one that I feel like specifically Cassandra Bankson is the one who has really ingrained this into my mind, and that is to not switch up your products very often. And for me, I actually For me, it works in a different way. Basically, of course, the reason why she says you should not constantly switch out your products, because if you're constantly introducing you new things, you don't know what's working and what's not working. And sometimes if you're breaking out, you don't know what's breaking you out because you've incorporated 3 new products in your routine at the same time. But for me, another kind of like with me and my skincare collection, I feel like if I'm constantly trying out new products and I'm constantly opening new things, I have a lot of unopened things at the same time, and then I'm not able to use them up enough. Like, I'm not able to use them up in time, and then I reach a point where it's like super close to expiry, and then I have to like really quickly use it, otherwise it's gonna go bad. So I feel like for me, if I'm not constantly switching out products, I'll open a new product, I'll test it out for a month or so, share a review with you guys, obviously, but then I will make sure that I don't stop using it and incorporate a new product. I will use up that same product for like 2 or 3 months, because that is roughly how long products take. And then I will, once it's completely out, then I'll switch a new product into it and put a new product into my routine. So that way I'm not having a lot of unopened, half used, or like 25% used products, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I feel like for me that has been more important. And yeah, I'm trying to make a more conscious effort in 2021 to incorporate a new product, use up the whole thing, and then put a new product in. So that's why you might not see me review new products constantly, because it's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. But yeah, I that is something I want to inculcate into my own self, and that's also a message that I want to put across in my content. So yeah, that was that. Those were all the things that different influencers, skincare YouTubers taught me, and I feel like um, it's really changed my skin in a way where I feel like now I can figure out things, and I feel like I am not that, what do I say? I'm not stressed out about how bad my skin is, because I've just embraced and accepted things the way they are, and I'm really happy about that. So, yeah, that was it. That was the video. I know it's kind of getting a little bit more on the longer side, so I'm gonna wrap up the video right here. Do let me know if there was something that you learned from my channel or from any other channel when it comes to skincare in 2020 or even in 2021. So, yeah, leave that down below in the comment section. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Until next time, bye bye.